Charles Dickens' birthplace. This is the city where Charles John Huffam Dickens was born on February 7, 1812. His address is right here on paragraph. He was born in Portsmouth, UK, which is United Kingdom. Gadshill Place. This house was built in 1780 for a former mayor of Rochester. This is the building that Charles Dickens saw when he was 9, and his father told him that if he worked hard enough, he would earn such a house with time and money. Marshalsea was a prison on the south bank of the River Thames in South Warwick, now part of London. From the 14th century until it closed in 1842, it housed men under court-martial for crimes at sea and debt. The prison became known around the world in the 19th century through the writings of the English novelist Charles Dickens. After Oliver Cromwell took over England, he had banned Christmas, and everyone had to follow what he said. But a little while down the road, Charles Dickens with A Christmas Carol reminding people just how fun Christmas was, reintroducing it to the public. Victorian era. This was the time period that Queen Victoria was the Queen of England, also the time period everything being said happened. Child labor in workhouses. Child labor is when children go to factories to earn money that their parents can't afford. A workhouse is where children would labor happened on. Only kids work there because they have smaller hands and can work sewing machines easier. The rules that our kids must follow is their hair must be held up in some way so that they're not sucked up into the sewing machines. Poets' Corner is the name traditionally given to a section of the south transit of Westminster Abbey because of the good number of poets, playwrights, and writers buried there and commemorated there. Some key notes about the Industrial Revolution are that it is also known as the Agricultural Revolution of the 17th and 18th centuries. It was the revolution in the manufacture of textiles, the revolution in power, and they made railroads and steamships. Summary. Charles John Huffam Dickens was born on February 7, 1812 during the era of Queen Victoria, or the Victorian era, in Portsmouth. He lives in Camden Town, a poor neighborhood in London. Gadshill Place was once a home of Charles Dickens, and also Gadshill is where a man named Falstaff commits the robbery that begins Shakespeare's Henrietta trilogy. The Charles Dickens Museum was also once one of his homes during the 19th century in Portsmouth, Hampshire. Was brought to Marshalsea debtors' prison for too much debt. A little while after that, Charles wrote a play called The Christmas Carol. Also, during much of this happening, there was an industrial revolution. Many things were being made, such as railroads, as well as the economy booming, and legislature all around being much better, with authors and poets everywhere, mainly in the Poets' Corner, Westminster Abbey. And sadly, on June 9, 1870, age 58, in Kent, England, Gadshill Place, with Charles John Huffam Dickens died from a stroke.